Welcome friends. This tutorial is going to walk through about something very basic in SharePoint or the foundation of SharePoint called list. List is the foundation for SharePoint where the data is stored. Behind the scenes, data in SharePoint is stored in SQL databases. We need not worry about that. It is recommended we do not touch that. It is necessary that you know about list. So let's get started off by creating list from the user interface of SharePoint and looking at the various features of the list. Some of the features supported by list are creating, updating, deleting items in a list, versioning, workflows, and many other features. Let's get started off with the demo now. To create a list, you can either click directly from the home page from the team site, add list libraries and other apps, or you can go to the settings links at the top here and click add an app. In our example, we are going to create a custom list named students. Before that, let's explore some of the default lists already present. This task list. If you're working on a lot of tasks and you want to have a start date and end date and put a reminder for yourself, this is the list for you. Also, task list is used for workflows. A document library stores the files. For example, you can store Word document, PowerPoint presentation like that. Next is a form library which is used by the InfoPath form services. A wiki page library stores the wiki page documents, and a picture library can be used to store pictures and even show the slideshow if needed. The links can be used to store links to external links or even links to file shares. And if you have several links and you want to put them in one point, this can be of great help. Next is the announcements. This is mostly added by default in many sites before. Announcements help you to store any kind of announcements you have for your organizations or for your small team. Next is the contacts list. Then we have the calendar list, which can be used to store your events, for example, your birthday reminders or even meetings. All those things can be stored in a calendar list. Next is the discussion board for storing the discussions, and any issue tracking is a very useful list if you have certain issues and you want them to be tracked. And custom list in datasheet view. Suppose you want to view the list in Excel format, then you can use this list. External list is used for BDC for connecting to external lists apart from SharePoint. So there are around 50 types of templates available out of box. Let's see the rest available. Next you have a survey, which is for example, you have a quiz for your team. You can create a survey where users can answer only once. Then you have the asset library, which is new in SharePoint 2013. Access app is related to the Microsoft Access product. A report library is related to used for SRS reporting purposes, and spreadsheet can be used to import Excel. The most commonly used list is the custom list and the document library. Let's start off with the simple document library. Click document library, and let's say you want to store basics in SharePoint. PowerShell basics in SharePoint. And when you create the list the first time, it's recommended not to have spaces. Now the document library is created. Very good. Now you click the list. Suppose you want to add items to the list, you can either drag the files here it's uploading, and once it's uploaded, the file is uploaded. See, you have the details. And notice that any list in SharePoint has these default properties like modified, the time it is modified by the user who modified list. Here the name is Ishwari Geetam. Next is the created information, that is who created list. Those information can also be stored. And then another way to upload is using the upload dialog. You can browse as usual and you can also put some comments. Another major feature in SharePoint is the feature of versioning. Suppose I make some changes to this file. Right now, let's look at the version. So, and if you see in SharePoint, when you hover over, you can happily look at the preview and you can even look at the slides. And suppose you want to look at the properties of the file or change the properties, you just click edit. You click the three dots, not edit, sorry, you click the three dots, more actions, then you click properties. And you can change the properties here if you want. If you want to delete the item, you press delete item. Now let's just try to create a new folder. Inside the folder, let's just upload a file. Let's just upload some simple file demo and let's just try CMP1 open. Okay, we'll just say first version. Now, if we want to make some changes, let's say, and try to make some changes here. So right now it has 1, 2. Let me just simply add a content 3 and close the file. And now if I upload the file, same file again, I'll just click version 2. So the same file has been updated. Now the cool thing is, suppose we want to see all the versions. You can have a look at these versions. Version 1 contains the original file with 1, 2, and version 2 contains updated file 1, 2, 3. So this is a very powerful feature which SharePoint has been very famous for. This is a summary of a special type of list in SharePoint called document library. We'll just browse through some of the features. Let's try suppose you want to add new items without typing too much. You can use the quick edit, which gives a similar view to the Excel. Next, suppose you want to create views. Now you see we are here having only name modified by. Let's add a new view and standard view we'll choose. A sample view and to sort by name. And then we'll see if we can display any additional information like created or created by and even file size. And we'll sort the file by the name. And we'll also have a filter where checked out is not equal to where it is not checked out, where people are not working on it. And also we'll give a condition where files are modified only today. So there's a special calculated column called today function. You have to just give that in square brackets. Click OK. And there are other properties like you can allow the individual item checkboxes or not, and then you have the properties to group by, and you want to see the sum total, you have the view for that. And next you have the style options like preview, shaded. Let's try shaded. And next you have the folder. Suppose you want to view all items without folders, you'll click this. If you want to disable or enable mobile access, you can click or unclick this. You can view the item limit per site to 30. 30 to 50 is fine. Now click OK. Now if you see, the view has been created since, and none of the items correspond to our criteria. It is not displaying. Let's just simply create another document. Okay. So this is the default view and name sort view. So since we've given too many filter criteria, none of them are getting displayed. Let's just modify the view. So instead of the and, I gave the or condition, and now if you see, more columns are displayed, even the file size, and you do not see the view inside a folder. Suppose let's go back to the normal view. Here if you see, the files are inside, the folders are displayed. We had created a view to avoid folders. And it's a good practice not to put the content inside a folder unnecessarily. So how to create a column? We can use the site create column button. Suppose we want to create a column named price of this documents. We'll just give currency and then click OK. So that way we can create a column. And right now it's empty. To update the item, all you do is, again, as I said before, just click properties and you can put the price as $10. See. And these are some of, if you want to add tags, you can just click add tags and notes. And there are other, you can email this as a link if you want. Right now we'll not do it. And there's an option to view the most popular items. If you want, you can connect this to it. If you have your content stored in OneDrive, you can sync those items from that. You can connect to your Outlook. You can export the contents to an Excel, which is mostly needed many times. For example, I click Excel and it's done. And I open the file here. Click Enable. So right now there are some permission issues, but easily it can be exported. And then you can, these are related to forms, info path forms. Next you have the library settings. And before that, we'll just have workflow settings is used to configure workflow to the list. In the settings, you can have additional properties like change the name, description, navigation if needed, and then you can change the versioning settings if you want over here. If you want content approval for items, you can just click yes here. If you do not want versioning, click no versioning. And there are many other properties here. So this is a summary of the list. We'll just finish off by creating a simple custom. You click custom list and create a list called fruits and click create. And so the fruits is there. And this list, suppose you we'll just have a column called color of type choice of color orange and red. Now we click OK. orange,